last 5 years as well. So in a sense, they're building on what disastrous Labor government had gone before them had done. But where the devil really lives in this is in the detail. You look at the rest of the legislation. For a start, they're in the Industrial Relations Commission as any real independent umpire. Now the IRC's not always been good to us. We've often actually had to fight the industrial court. Some would say it's a boss's court. But I tell you what it isn't. It isn't a rubber stamp for government policy, or at least it used to be. Under this legislation, it'll be impossible for the IRC to ever award a pay rise or rule on any condition which runs contrary to government policy. That means we will be the only workers in the country who do not have recourse to a court when we're in a dispute with our employer. But where the real horror is in the concept of employee-related cost offsets. 80% of the on-cost of firefighters are our wages. This government is saying if we want more than 2.5, we have to give up some of that 80%. That means they don't care about how much harder we work. They don't care about what duties we take on. They don't care about how we endeavour to provide a better service to the people of New South Wales, and in the process save lives and save property. None of that matters. As far as they're concerned, that's just us doing as we're told. If we want to see a real wage rise, we've got to do something about that 80% figure, that wages figure. And I'll tell you what that means. It means either jobs, or it means our core conditions. This government are offering us a choice that we should never have to make. We can either choose to see our wages go backwards, or we can choose to auction off bits of the fire rescue in New South Wales. Consequently, people through the state will be at risk. If we're rolling to jobs, less trucks on the road, there'll be a reduced rate of attack, and we are going to be at risk, and the service we provide to the community will suffer as a result. It's a choice we shouldn't have to make, and it's a choice we're not going to make. Instead, there'll be more of this. Instead, we'll be standing shoulder to shoulder with every other public sector worker in this state, and saying to this government, you've got no mandate, you didn't tell us you were going to do this. This is over the top, it's a return to the 19th century, we're in 2011, and we're not going to cop it. I'm going to close with two things. The first is this. There's a lot of chatter about the enormous mandate that Dale has. Historic, huge. His numbers in the Legislative Assembly, it's phenomenal. He's got a lot of politicians. But does he have enough to staff every fire engine, every hospital, every school, to drive the buses, to paint the harbour bridge, to quarry the stone out of Alexandria, to do all of the 1,000 jobs that the 400,000 of us do through the state? The answer is he doesn't. We can make this law unworkable, and it's going to take industrial campaign, a legal campaign, a community campaign, every weapon in our armoury. But be ready for this, comrades. This is round one. It's going to be a long one. We need to make sure that these laws are consigned to the dustbin of history. I'm going to close with just a proposal I want to put to you. I'd like to put this motion before the meeting that several members of the FBEU endorse the stop work action of 15 June 2011 and resolve to continue the fight against the federal government's draconian industrial relations legislation. All those in favour? Against? Declare that carried unanimously. I'll hand it over to Derek Sullivan to close. Three chairs, and then we'll get on with it.